Hi Stampers! I thought I would show you how to make this card today with the background, and it's really easy, so let's get started. I'm using a piece of glossy cardstock and certainly celery and with pretty in pink cardstock. That's going to be my base card. Okay, so let me see. Now this is cut at 3 3/4. The glossy white is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. The certainly celery is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then the base card is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored at 5 1/2. Okay, so you're going to take your glossy cardstock and you're going to stamp on that. And I'm going to use the Petal Pizzazz stamp set. Let me just get a couple images out here to show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so you're just going to use your Regal Rose and certainly celery. And stamping on the glossy cardstock, I like to stamp off just to make it a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp, and then I just got some scrap paper here. I'm just going to stamp off once and then stamp. And with glossy cardstock, you got to be careful because it will slide. So you're basically just going to stamp all over your background. Let me give you an idea of this. And then I took the leaf, stamped that in certainly celery. Okay, so you get the idea. And then I went ahead and stamped the greeting, which was thinking of you, and that's from the Wonderful Watercolor stamp set. And I used the StazOn ink for that. Okay, so then you're going to let that dry because glossy cardstock takes a little bit to dry. So I'm going to set that aside. I already have one finished here. Here's one that's finished. Okay, so then you're going to take some scrap paper, and I just cut out a whole bunch of different size circles. And I also put some removable tape, or you can use Dotto too. And I just put some a little bit on the back of each circle. And then I'm just going to go ahead and position these on top of my glossy cardstock. And I got the 1 inch, the 1 1/4, the 1 3/4, and I got the 3/4 inch. Okay, so you're just going to basically fill in the circles where you want them. Okay, then I'm going to take Pretty in Pink, and I'm going to take my brayer. Let me get that piece of scrap paper out here. Okay, so then you're just going to ink your brayer up with your Pretty in Pink, and then you're going to just brayer over top of those circles. And you'll notice some gaps in between each of the circles, so just go ahead and go over that part a little bit more. So you get that filled in there, so it gives you the definition of the circle. And you can apply it as dark as you want. And since the Regal Rose and the celery is a little bit darker than the Pretty in Pink, it will show up through the Pretty in Pink too. Okay, so then you're just going to let that set for a second and let that dry. And I'm just going to start taking those circles off, and then it's going to be revealed is the glossy cardstock underneath, like that. Cute. Okay, so then I'm just going to adhere this to the certainly celery. Make sure that's dry. And you might have a little bit of adhesive stuck to the where you put the circles, so just take your finger and kind of go over that. It comes off really easy. Okay, so I'm just going to adhere this to the certainly celery. And then I'm going to take some of the poly twill ribbon that we have now for the celebration. This is what it looks like. It's really nice. And you get the So Saffron and the certainly celery and the poly twill for free for every $50 spent. So I'm just going to tie a little bow here right underneath the Thinking of You. And the tail's off. And you can adjust the ribbon wherever you want it to sit. I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Okay. Okay, then I'm just going to adhere this to the pretty in pink. And there's your card. Cute. Really easy. And here's the finished one too that we made earlier. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.